Maybe that's part of the Republicans' plan. Like, come in, use executive orders, don't change any legislation, and then when you lose and you get taken out of office, then also don't do any legislation. But the entire time the other party's in power, just blame them for the fact that the border issues aren't fixed. Like, maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's been the strategy all along. It worked. I do want to talk about how stupid Tom Homan is. You know, if you ever have you ever do something dumb and then like your dumbest friend defends you and you're like, not you. Not you. This isn't helping. This doesn't. And everybody in the group's just like, yeah, like he's on your side. That's not good. It's like if David agreed with you in an argument. Here's Tom Homan getting stopped by the press, which he shouldn't do. And he's basically asked, Trump says he doesn't really understand the law. Do you think he understands the law? Now, just remember, Trump has admitted he doesn't understand the law and that he relies on his lawyers. So it would be okay in this situation for Tom Homan to be like, yeah, he probably doesn't, but that's what he has lawyers for. But instead, because this is absolutely a cult, you just have to gargle his balls. So let's watch Tom Homan. I don't know if he's always imagining that he's gargling Trump's balls. It sounds like he has balls in his mouth every time he talks.
The president says he doesn't know what his responsibilities are under Article 5 of the Constitution. Who would it be who would educate him about that? Would it be you?
I think the president is one of the, if not the most knowledgeable president that we've ever had. Look, people can beat on President Trump all you want.
He said he doesn't know. What do you think? He's the smartest human being to ever live.
President Trump's a game changer.
Oh, he
I worked
is.
for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. I'm a border guy.
We know.
Even President Clinton and Obama took steps to secure the border because they understood you can't have national security if you don't have border security.
Bro, how many more fucking times do we have to hear this from Republicans? It's so crazy. I just don't know why we have to hear this every time. The same exact thing. This is what they say every single time. Is there going to be a time at some point when this administration just answers questions without glazing Trump and talking about the past? How much longer do we have to do this?
You can't have national security if you don't have border security. No one did more than President Trump during his first administration. We handed the Biden administration the most secure border in my lifetime, and he purposely unsecured it.
Trump was running on migrant caravans in 2019 and 2020. He was running on a broken border. He was president at the time. I don't know what we do about America. How do we get past this part? How do we get past this with your parents, with your MAGA friends? How do we get past this part? Trump was running on the border as not secure. One of the last things he did on his way out of office is give temporary protected status to Venezuelans who were flooding our border. What do we do here? How do we move past this? These are adults. I get it when it's like Trump, right? When it's somebody who doesn't want to take accountability. What I don't understand is a bunch of other adults willing to go out and glaze and lie and spin every single fucking day. It's so frustrating that we're 9 years in with Trump and we still can't tell the truth about the election. We still can't tell the truth about the border. We still can't tell the truth about his criminal history. We still can't tell the truth about the women that he abused. At any point, are we ever going to be able to just be honest? And how much longer, to the MAGA folk that may or may not be here, how much longer are you guys willing to do this? How much longer are you guys willing to just lie every single day? History's gonna remember all of this. We have records. It's not like magically 20 years from now they're gonna be like, oh, the election was stolen. It'll just be people making fun of you. And if you're still around 20 years from now, what's your plan here? Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan to not be made fun of? Or are you just going to change your mind? Are you just going to pretend like you weren't involved in this? This is insane. But what? It was not the safest border ever. Unless you're talking about literally shutting down the border for a national emergency, and in which case, sure, I guess. I mean, that's what this administration is doing. They can't fix the border, so they're making up national emergencies. They're making up invasions. They're using Alien Enemies Acts. They're doing everything but legislating, everything but fixing the border. And maybe that's part of the Republicans' plan. Come in, use executive orders, don't change any legislation, and then when you lose and you get taken out of office, then also don't do any legislation. But the entire time the other party's in power, just blame them for the fact that the border issues aren't fixed. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's been the strategy all along. It worked. I mean, Trump got back. He got back in office. I'm tired of Republicans just lying to themselves. I'm tired of them lying to us. I'm tired of being gaslit about the fucking border. Remain in Mexico couldn't continue. People stopped coming to the border because the problems in their countries were basically over. They'd either all come here or the problems in those countries didn't exist anymore. And so they just stopped coming to the border. And there's probably some people who stopped coming to the border because they didn't want to be arrested and thrown into prison for the rest of their life. That's true. But is this like a flex? They're literally just saying like, yeah, we can't fix anything, but if we use the heavy hand of the law, if we bring ICE in and we allow them to sign their own warrants and go into courthouses and go into workplaces and go into homes and just terrorize people, maybe that'll fix it. This is what we said when we meant fascism. And I think that there's a fundamental misunderstanding from conservatives about what fascism is. Not everybody hates fascism. A lot of people like fascism when it's accomplishing the goals that they want. That's what you're doing. You're just supporting going around the Constitution because you like this. And then you say dumb shit like gigacope, or you say dumb shit like you're just mad he lost, or you're saying dumb shit like this is what we voted for. Fine, but you also can't say that us calling you fascists is wrong.
Thanks for the sub.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what's so, this is the lack of self-awareness from Republicans right now. Honestly, honest to God, drives me fucking crazy. I'm trying to have these conversations with friends and family, and every time I get in a conversation with MAGA, we got to spend an hour and a half just undoing a bunch of programming that are easily detectable, easily provable lies. And I'll invite the Republicans that are here today. You're welcome to come in. You're welcome to come up. You're welcome to discuss any of this stuff with me, but I'm goddamn am I tired of the fucking lies from Republicans. I'm so tired of it. It's exhausting. We are 100 days in. I'm like, I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to quit talking to you guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't think showing you stuff works. I don't think laying out facts works. Court documents don't work. Judges don't work. The Supreme Court doesn't work. There literally isn't a single thing at this point that we can do to convince you that anything Donald Trump does is wrong. And I think if you're being honest with yourself, if you're capable of being honest with yourself right now, you recognize that this is a cult. And not all cults like end in in a mass suicide. Not all cults end in harming a bunch of people. Cults can be, my cult stopped harming people a while ago. But you are in a cult. You just, everything that they say is a lie. And you just say, we don't care. Every time we bring something up, you go, fake news media. Oh, you guys, he's living rent free. All right. Like I cover politics. This is my job. My job is to cover politics. I just don't get it. I don't get why you don't mind being lied to. I don't know if it's just like years of being lied to, years of believing things that aren't true. I haven't entirely figured this out yet, but we're working on it.
President in history of the nation to do that. Look at what President Trump achieved in 8 weeks. He did in 8 weeks what Joe Biden couldn't and wouldn't do in 4 years. We have the most secure border in the history of this nation right now because of President Trump. Greatest president of my lifetime. You can quote me on it.
You can quote me on that. Send it to him. You know what else we're not doing, though? Deporting people very quickly. Notice how Tom Homan didn't brag about how efficient ICE has been. Notice Tom Homan's not talking about how they're deporting record numbers of people, because they're not. They're actually really, really fucking inefficient at this. They've scared a lot of people from coming to the border. That's true. But they're really inefficient of actually doing the things that they say they're going to do. Far less efficient than the Biden administration, far less efficient than the first Trump administration, and far less efficient than the Obama administration. It's cruelty. They just like the cruelty. They like the videos. They like being able to get up on TV and be like, we're tough. Law and order, baby. Cool, but could you do like something sensible? At what point, 100 days in now, 102, 103 days in, at what point are they going to do anything for you?